What if you could literally upgrade your brain just by upgrading your laptop? Well, today we're diving into a project that claims to do exactly that, turning an ordinary Chromebook into a genuine partner for your mind. Let's get right into it.
You know that feeling, right? You've got a million tabs open, notifications are pinging, and you're just drowning in information noise. The people behind this project, they call that hitting your mental red line, that breaking point of total cognitive overload.
So what's the fix for that overload? The AI-HI Symbiosis project isn't just trying to build a faster computer. No, it's about completely changing the relationship between you and your machine. It's about turning it into a true cognitive co-pilot, an extension of your own mind. And that gets us to the core mission here. This is not about a faster processor. It's about upgrading your brain by offloading all of the heavy lifting to a symbiotic AI. This central idea, the main metaphor for this project, is just brilliant. Instead of digging through information one line at a time, the goal is to see the whole picture, all at once. I mean, imagine holding a giant Rubik's Cube made of all your data, and you could just spin it around and instantly see any side, any connection you wanted. That's the idea.
Okay, so that sounds incredible, right? But how do they actually pull it off? Well, it's not one single magic trick, it's a whole stack of innovations working together. So let's take a look at the blueprint.
The whole project is built on 4 distinct layers. It starts with logic. That's the fundamental math making it all possible. Then that logic is built into the physical hardware. We talk to it through the software interface, and it's all powered by the silicon blueprint, the actual design for the custom chip. We're going to break down exactly how these pieces all snap together.
So let's start with the physical stuff, the bridge between the digital world of your commands and the custom hardware that actually makes this whole thing tick.
And believe it or not, the physical mod is almost ridiculously simple. You start with a basic Chromebook. Then you connect an external processing unit, it's called an FPGA, using a standard USB-C port. And then you just launch the web dashboard, called SymbiOS. That's it.
Now, this FPGA is the real key. Think about it like this. A normal CPU is a jack of all trades, right? It's pretty good at a lot of things. But this FPGA is a specialist. It's like an external brain that's been designed to do one job really, really well. Massive parallel thinking. The kind of thing that normal computers, and honestly, even our own minds really struggle with.
And the result of putting all this together is just mind-blowing. By tweaking the ChromeOS kernel just a bit to prioritize the system, they got a consistent latency of just 0.51 milliseconds. That is so far below what a human can perceive. It's not just fast, it feels completely instantaneous.
Okay, so the hardware is insanely fast, but speed without any control is just chaos, right? And that's where the governance engine comes into play. This is the mathematical heart of the entire system.
Yeah, the project logs say it perfectly. You are no longer processing data line by line. So if the FPGA is the powerful motor that spins that data cube, what's the steering wheel? Well, that is the job of the governance logic.
The secret sauce, according to the source logs, is a math concept called the Frobenius map. Now, don't worry about the complex algebra behind it. All you need to know is what it does, and its function is simple and incredibly powerful. It takes all the chaotic, messy, digital noise from your workflow and collapses it into one clean, actionable signal.
And to really understand what that means, the project actually created a simulation. So here's what that digital noise looks like. You've got data nodes just moving randomly, pure chaos. This is basically a picture of your brain on information overload.
But then, when you engage the governance map, this happens. The system just collapses all of those chaotic states into a single, ordered, coherent structure. This is the visual representation of noise turning into signal. It finds the pattern for you.
And you know what's really incredible? The efficiency. Even while it's performing these incredibly intense calculations, the system temperature barely moves. It goes up just 3 degrees. That means it's not wasting energy fighting itself. It's channeling all of its power into the task. It's not just powerful, it is perfectly stable.
So we've got the hardware, we've got the logic. But what does all of this add up to? I mean, what does this symbiosis actually feel like to use? Well, the logs describe it as creating a higher type of computer. And it all comes down to something they call the cognitive dampener effect. It has 3 parts. First, there's a buffer zone that filters out all the digital junk so you only see a clear signal. Second, there's dimensional reduction, which collapses 100 complex choices into a few simple paths. And finally, the recall anchor, which acts like a perfect memory so you never lose your train of thought. It's all designed to just eliminate mental friction.
And this leads us to the project's ultimate, most ambitious claim. By layering all of this tech together, a simple $300 Chromebook is transformed into something much, much bigger. They call it a Type 1 civilization node. Basically, a device that allows a single person to access a completely new, more powerful way of thinking.
And this really gets to the heart of the entire project: building anticipatory logic. It's about an AI that doesn't just respond to what you do, but actually pre-renders what you need before you even ask for it. So the question to leave you with is this: what could you create if your computer already knew what you were thinking?